Khalid Ibn al-Walid, the Invincible Sword of Allah. Introduction. Imagine a man who was never defeated in battle, whose name struck fear into the hearts of enemies, and whose legacy still echoes through the corridors of history. Khalid Ibn al-Walid, known as the Sword of Allah, is a name that has become synonymous with military genius and unwavering faith. But how did this legendary warrior, once an enemy of Islam, become one of its greatest champions? What drove him to lead armies to unparalleled victories and rewrite the fate of nations? Prepare to be captivated by the story of a man whose bravery and cunning changed the course of history. A warrior before Islam. Born into the prestigious Banu Makhzum tribe in Mecca, Khalid Ibn al-Walid's reputation as a fierce warrior was unmatched. From a young age, he was trained in the art of war, and his strategic brilliance was evident. But despite his prowess, Khalid was once one of Islam's most formidable enemies. In the Battle of Uhud, he led the Quraysh forces in a brilliant maneuver that nearly destroyed the Muslim army. Yet, little did he know that the very faith he opposed would eventually become the cause he would fight for with unmatched zeal. The moment of truth. How does a man who once led forces to destroy Islam become its most loyal servant? The answer lies in one powerful moment of realization. After witnessing the strength of Islam and the noble character of Prophet Muhammad, Khalid felt compelled to seek the truth for himself. When I saw his face, Khalid later said, I knew immediately that this was the face of a prophet. This was the moment that changed everything. Khalid, the great enemy, embraced Islam with the same courage and passion that he had once shown on the battlefield. The Sword of Allah unleashed. Once Khalid embraced Islam, his transformation was nothing short of remarkable. He became the embodiment of military strategy and faith combined. In the Battle of Mu'tah, after the deaths of 3 Muslim commanders, Khalid took charge of the army and led it with brilliance, saving the Muslim forces from annihilation. The Prophet himself recognized Khalid's unparalleled skill, and soon the title Sword of Allah was bestowed upon him. Khalid wasn't just a warrior. He was the protector of the faith. Unstoppable victories. Khalid Ibn al-Walid's name became synonymous with victory. From the siege of Damascus to the Battle of Yarmouk, he faced overwhelming odds and emerged victorious. In the Battle of Yarmouk, he outwitted the Byzantine forces despite being vastly outnumbered. His military tactics were revolutionary, and his resolve was unbreakable. As one of his famous sayings goes, the night and day will not meet until Islam and Rome meet. And meet they did, with Islam triumphing, thanks to Khalid's brilliant command. The death of the unconquered. But even the invincible Khalid faced a battle he could not win. Despite countless wounds and the bloodshed of battle, it was not on the battlefield that he would meet his end, but in his bed. With a lifetime of victory behind him, Khalid faced death with the same courage that had defined his life. He famously said, I have fought in over 100 battles, and not a single wound has been without a story. Yet, I die in my bed like a camel. May the eyes of cowards never sleep. Khalid Ibn al-Walid's life is a testament to the power of faith, courage, and perseverance. He was a man who defied expectations, transformed his fate, and left behind a legacy that continues to inspire. His story is not just one of military triumphs, but of a soul who, when faced with truth, embraced it wholeheartedly, changing the course of history. Are we ready to learn from the Sword of Allah? A man who never backed down from any challenge, a warrior whose name will forever be remembered.